Thank you for being here on the program. It is Thursday, and we have to begin by recognizing today's date, September the 11th of 2014. Of course, 13 years after the entire world and certainly this beloved nation was shocked by acts of terrorism that continue to haunt us today and serve as a reminder as to what could happen. We're glad to report that while a great deal of the country was on edge, if not all, nothing new on that front has happened today. It instead has been a days-long event of a whole lot of remembrances and prayers bestowed upon a lot of lives that were lost and a lot of families that were left behind, and that's where our heart lies this evening. We've got news to cover, though, from the local area and elsewhere, and a lot happening in and around the Salyersville and Viewing area. I'll round off the 1.9 inches of rain which have fallen just at this time today, and maybe adding to that just a bit more throughout the next few hours. But nevertheless, 2 inches of rainfall here at the newsroom, and some folks seeing a little inch more, some folks seeing a couple of inches more, and some records have indeed broken today. Have been broken as this strong cold front is giving some really good downpours at times, and rainfall totals are starting to add up. We're going to see it start to cool down and calm down. Fall indeed is going to move in and hang on for a while. We'll see temperatures fall. I'll have an updated weekend weather forecast for you and one for the rest of your work week, which is just 1 day shy of being a finality for most everyone. And then we'll talk about another round of some showers and activity set to move in by the middle of next week or so. A lot to talk about, as is always the case, weather-wise. A whole lot of headlines to get to this evening as well. A couple of things to mention elsewhere. First and foremost, a man from Pike County was killed yesterday in an ATV-related accident. He's been identified this evening as 40-year-old Johnny Goslin, who was riding on Woodman Creek Road. It's in the Freeburn area of Pike County. He lost control of his AT. We're uncertain of the maker, model, or type of machine that he was on, but he was in a curve when he lost control of the ATV, and he was thrown from that vehicle. Police found him as he was still lying beside the vehicle after being thrown from it. He was pronounced dead at the scene. And a former water and sewer district manager has been indicted. That's making headlines this evening. An announcement from our Attorney General Jack Conway's office today announcing that the former manager of the Knott County Water and Sewer District has been officially indicted on one count of theft by deception over $10,000. Knott County grand jury, I'm told, returned the indictment on 67-year-old Reva Campbell of Hazard just earlier today. In October of last year, the Attorney General's Department of Criminal Investigations began an investigation into the case after they said they got a complaint from the state auditor's office. The complaint was submitted to the auditor's office by an independent auditor who discovered possible forged financial documents during an audit of the Knott County Water and Sewer District. Now, according to the investigation, from 2009 through 2013, Campbell allegedly allowed about $85,000 in questionable charges to be made on a credit card issued to her by the Knott County Water and Sewer District. Theft by deception over $10,000 is a felony, of course, and it carries a sentence of up to 10 years in prison. Campbell is scheduled to be arraigned on the 25th day of this month in Knott Circuit Court. A couple of calls here locally. Speaking of auto accidents, one here in McGoffin County that resulted in a power outage for some residents, and a couple of calls coming into the Johnson County Sheriff's Department. One, discovery of a steal, and the other, an accident in which the vehicle had overturned. This video brought into the newsroom shows some skid marks where a passenger car collided with this guardrail on the Mountain Parkway while skidding backward. Happened around 11:30 this morning. Rain slicking roads. The car traveling east around the 66-mile marker on the Mountain Parkway. It crossed the center line, rear end of the guardrail, and then landed on the opposite side of the road. 3 points I want to make. The driver refused medical treatment at the scene and was uninjured. Fortunately, there were no other vehicles coming in the opposite direction, or this could have been much worse. And lastly, this auto accident happened today. Even though roads are dry at the time you see the video, it happened within 500 feet of where now a total of 4 auto accidents have happened on the Mountain Parkway within just the last 10 to 12 days, all on rain-slicking pavement around the 66-mile marker on the Mountain Parkway, which has been proven here as of late to be a treacherous place to travel, especially during rain. Now, this is down in Elk Creek earlier today. Also, some video brought back to the newsroom while I was out of town, and it shows some trees on some high-voltage lines. 911 in McGoffin County received a call of a vehicle over an embankment and some smoke coming from where the tree was lying against the high-voltage lines. The Sheriff's Department and Rescue Squad responded to the scene. They did find the car over the embankment. The driver was not at the scene at the time. AEP was called, and after they arrived, they had to go back and kill the power to the lines so then they could remove the trees. The lines were still hot. They were energizing the trees all the way down to where they touched the ground. It could have been a very dangerous and deadly situation. The road was blocked for just that reason until the trees and debris could be removed from the lines. The driver did return at a later point while authorities were still on scene. I believe was cited for some traffic violations. From the Johnson County Sheriff's Department on today's date, they say they responded to a single vehicle auto accident on Route 825 over in Riceville. This is a minivan that was driven by 44-year-old Michelle Williams of Riceville. It had obviously overturned after she lost control of her vehicle due to heavy rain in the area at the time. Williams' vehicle left the road, then traveled a distance on the shoulder of the road before hitting an embankment. After hitting the embankment, that was what caused the vehicle to overturn. It came to rest in the roadway. Paintsville EMS and the Rockhouse Fire Department responded to the scene. Williams, we are glad to report, refused medical treatment at the scene. It remains under investigation and being handled by Chief Deputy Kevin Pelfrey of the Johnson County Sheriff's Department. And if you're looking at what you believe to be a steal, well, you're correct. Tuesday of this week, the Sheriff's Department responded to a complaint of some suspicious activity on the left fork of 2 Mile in Williamsport. The residence of a Sean Gayhart. Deputies responded to the home and discovered an operating still behind the home. The owner of the residence was located near the still. The still had just been put into operation and was starting to render some alcohol. It was disassembled by the owner, and a criminal summons was issued for him to appear in court on the charge of apparatus for unlawful manufacturing of an alcoholic beverage in the first offense. The charge is a misdemeanor. Sheriff Price of Johnson County tells me that this is the third still found in his county this year alone, and he says he attributes the rise of the television show Moonshiners to a part of that. Owning and operating or possessing a moonshine still is still a crime in Kentucky. Assisting at the scene was Sheriff Dwayne Price and Chief Deputy Kevin Pelfrey. Sheriff Price stated that community tips have been invaluable as for a tool in stopping crime in their county, and he asked that anytime you have information to relay, please call the Sheriff's Department, and you can remain anonymous, 789-3411. Call for some help from the West Liberty Police Department. The case goes back to August the 11th, but with no real leads. They're hoping that this video may spur some public interest and input. It involves a hit-and-run situation at a business in West Liberty where 2 pickup trucks appear to be traveling together, one apparently striking a vehicle that belonged to an employee of that business and then leaving the scene. This is some footage, some security footage from the marathon in West Liberty. The vehicle to the left of your screen there, the Dodge pickup truck, I believe blue in color at the gas pumps, is believed to be one of the 2 vehicles that were traveling together. Now, the operator of that vehicle has gone in, we believe, to purchase something in the store and comes back out, and then once that vehicle starts to pull away from the pumps and pull out, you'll see another vehicle enter from the left bottom portion of your screen, and that's going to be a white Chevrolet pickup truck. The West Liberty Police Department tells me earlier today that they believe that the operator of that white pickup truck struck and caused damage to Marathon Clark employee Caitlin Lawson's vehicle. Now, the clip begins with the dark blue truck pulling alongside the gas pump, and then you can see the other truck leaving the scene. The one truck is a dark blue Dodge pickup truck. Both vehicles have state placards or emblems on the doors, but they say that inquiring with state agencies on the local level and elsewhere has proved fruitless, and that's why they're turning to the media in hopes of trying to find someone who might have some sort of a description. The other vehicle appears to be a long-wheelbase, single-cab Chevy pickup truck, also with the state emblem on the side. You can see the aluminum tailboxes that run down the bedside. It also had a trailer in tow. They do not specify. It appears to be a 2-wheel drive vehicle, in my opinion, but they believe upon leaving the scene, it hit the other car and then didn't stop, and they're trying to solve the case in order to get some sort of restitution for the repair of Mrs. Lawson's vehicle. If you have any information, you can contact the West Liberty Police Department at 743-4385. More headlines after these messages.
There's an unlimited selection of new and pre-owned vehicles right at your fingertips with 9 acres of inventory and 7 different franchises all at one location. Hutch, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Call Chevy, Buick, and GMC at 297-4066 or Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram at 297-5066. Where selection, satisfaction, and service after you're sold are all guaranteed.
Remember when they invented the peanut butter cup? Bringing peanut butter and chocolate together. Pure genius. Well, the Sonim Enduro has done the same thing for wireless. Right now at Appalachian Wireless, you'll find the tough, dependable Sonim Enduro. This flip phone is great for the job or weekend warrior, but you can also access the internet and take great pictures with a 2-megapixel camera. Get it now, the best of both worlds, just like the peanut butter cup. Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
Wheel alignments, oil changes, brakes, suspension work, and tires. Thousands of tires by all the major manufacturers, all in stock and at incomparable prices. All backed with 33 years of service and experience, the area's largest tire selection, and 6 months no interest at Conley's in Paintsville.
With a low-rate mortgage from Citizens National Bank, you can downsize your mortgage payment, not your home. New home or refi, Citizens gives you the personal service you deserve. And no gotcha fine print. Just low rates. Stop by your nearest branch to apply today. Citizens National Bank. We take banking personally. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
If you stop by the seasonal shop in Sagersville, you can check out this enormous selection of everything cute for babies, whether to wear, to play with, accessories for all the little outfits, and more. But if you stop by next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, you can check out their fall open house. Everything in the store is at least 20% off. Fall and Halloween, 30% off. Clearance items, at least an extra 10% off. And those wonderfully tasty and refreshing goodies that they always serve during open house will be there as well. It's the Sagersville Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop open house next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Spend less time waiting or in line for your prescriptions or refills and get the care you need with the quality and convenience that matters most at Parkway Pharmacy, your exclusive provider of the finest in vitamins and supplements by Windmill Vitamins. Come in or drive through 8:30 till 6:30 Monday through Friday or call Parkway Pharmacy 349-4400.
I got to spend some time on the University of Pikeville campus earlier today for a meeting, and I knew I would come back with some news of some sort, and I've got a lot more coming a little later on. But an announcement tonight, and it's a big one at that, and it does pertain to a story that I'll be covering next week at the University of Pikeville. When next Tuesday, on the 16th day of September, they will mark 125 years to the day of classes on campus. And they plan a massive homecoming celebration in lieu of that event.
So, not a lot to show you tonight, but I do have this flyer that they sent me earlier today, but just a little bit of information I wanted to pass along because this is going to be a big day. The celebration also kicks off a fun-filled homecoming week, September the 16th through the 20th. The community is cordially invited to attend the opening convocation ceremony on next Tuesday in the Expo Center. That's going to be 11 a.m. I'll be there. 4 past presidents of UPike are going to be there and presented with honorary Doctor of Humane Letter degrees for their dedication and service to the institution. And following that, the 125th birthday bash is going to be held at noon in Benefactors Plaza on the upper campus. So that's just getting it all started. Wednesday evening, the campus will glow with luminaries from the traditional lighting of the campus at 7 with complimentary carriage rides at the bottom of the 99 famous steps. UPike men's and women's soccer teams will face Hiwassee College at Bob Amos Soccer Complex on Thursday. That match begins at 3. The women's begins at 5. Later Thursday evening, they will honor individuals whose contributions in education have made a significant and lasting impact on hundreds of students' lives during the Distinguished Educators Hall of Fame ceremony. The campus community is going to wrap up Thursday as UPike women's volleyball takes on St. Catherine College at 7. The President's Gala and Alumni and Awards Dinner are going to be Friday. The reception at 6:30. It's $125 per person. You need to RSVP. Go to UPike's website. Very simple if you want to learn more. I'll be keeping you up to date, though. We'll start Tuesday with coverage of Tuesday's events, and then I'll keep you up to date and abreast of everything else happening thereafter. But it all starts Tuesday with a momentous occasion celebrating 125 years of class on the campus of the now University of Pikeville.
Recall to pass along to you before I go on to calendar announcements. It's for a device that is to protect us. It is to protect us from carbon monoxide poisoning and potential fire and smoke inhalation. It is a Kid brand recall of a smoke and combination alarm that is hardwired in many households across the nation, as more than 1 million units were sold.
There's a model number IL2010S with a manufacture date between December of 2013 and May of this year. It is a combination smoke and carbon monoxide alarm that is being recalled. 1.2 million here in the United States. Now, they are hardwired into a home's electric power. They're not battery operated units, so that narrows it down for you possibly in case you have one in your home. The alarms are white, they're round, they measure about 5 to 6 inches in diameter. The company's name is engraved on top very prominently. The model number and manufacturer dates are printed on a label in the back of the alarm. If you do have one of these hardwire units and you want to narrow it down a little further, go to cpsc.gov. You've got a complete list of the information, but you need to check immediately. That's why you have them in the first place. You do get a free replacement of a smoke or combination smoke or carbon monoxide alarm. The recalled alarms are being replaced by the company. CED, City Electric, HD, Home Depot, Menards, retailers across the nation, Amazon.com, and the list goes on, sold them from January through July of this year, and that further narrows down the window in case you have purchased one. But they are being recalled because of the fact that they simply do not operate and do not warn of smoke, fire, or carbon monoxide. Now, kicking off our McGoffin County Farm Bureau-sponsored community calendar, I've got happy 14th birthday wishes to Linda and Eunice Joyce Holland. Happy 14th birthday, Linda and Eunice Joyce Holland, from a host of family and friends. And one other special announcement, it's also a wish, but not a birthday. It's a happy anniversary wish to Dave and Joanne. It says we need to wish Dave and Joanne Bailey a happy anniversary, and also I'm just now reading this, also their grandson Dustin and Christina Bailey a happy anniversary as well. I just now got to the end of the announcement. So happy anniversary, guys, from a host of family and friends. A reminder that they're going to have free food, free soft drinks, games for the kids and adults, a cornhole tournament, a tug-of-war event versus law enforcement, special speakers, testimonies, live music, and more at Recovery Rocks, the celebration that's going to be held in the Sagersville Ramey Park this Saturday beginning at 2 by our local board of ASAP and drug-free communities. Everyone's invited to join the Patricks at their family reunion this Saturday. It's going to be this Saturday down in Cow Creek. Dinner will begin at 1 o'clock. For more information, call Larry Patrick, 349-5239, 349-5239. And the Sagersville graduating class from the Sagersville High School, I'll get it right in a second, of 1974 has got their class reunion this Saturday starting at 4:30 at Mike Reed's farm on Cow Creek. Call Melissa Rudd if you have any questions. You can find her on Facebook or call her at the number on the bottom of your screen, 520-548-0783, the Sagersville High School graduating class of 74. And the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church is sponsoring a fun horse show at the Equestrian Park in West Liberty this Saturday starting at 5. It is rain or shine, 37 classes, $10 for all classes except for championship, which are $20. If you've got any questions, you can call 349-1163. A reminder, the Stinson United Baptist Church is having outdoor services at the Flint Farm on Stinson Creek, just about a mile from the church, this Sunday morning at 11. Dinner will follow services. Gospel singing will follow the dinner. If you have a group and want to sing, call 349-3362. If the weather's not cooperative, the church service is going to be at the church house at 11 a.m. And a memorial ride for Trey Aldrich, a young man from Allen Central High School who tragically passed away just a few weeks ago, is being honored with a memorial motorcycle ride. It's been moved to Saturday the 20th, I'm told. They'll leave Allen Central High School at 1. You can register anytime from 11 till 1 that morning. 100% of all the proceeds going to Trey's family. If you've got a calendar announcement, a birthday, an anniversary, or anything of that nature, send it to us. We'll tell everyone what you've got going on or who you want to say happy birthday or happy anniversary to. Turning to funeral service announcements this Thursday, Patsy Reed Adams, 67, of Moorhead, passed away on Tuesday, the daughter of the late Rue Breed, and Una Mae Vanover. She was married to Yondell Lynn Adams, who preceded her in death. She's survived by sons Russell and Kevin Todd Adams. Visitation has been set for all day tomorrow at the McGoffin County Funeral Home, with services to be held there Saturday beginning at 2 in her honor. Burial will follow at the Patrick Lovely Cemetery on Johnson Fork, once again in honor of 67-year-old Patsy Reed Adams. This announcement to be read in honor of Eugene Marcellette on what would have been his birthday, greatly loved and never forgotten by a host of family and friends.
If you have been in a serious wreck, do you really think that you are in good hands of the insurance companies when you have lost wages, medical bills, and pain and suffering from your head to your toes? The answer is no. If you want to truly be in good hands, give me a call. I'm attorney Donald Wayne McFarland. Let me put my 20 years of experience in working to protect the rights of injured people to work for you. 349-9000.
Livers or gizzards, gizzards or livers. Or you can have both, and you can have them any day of the week, or you can have them for under $5 when they're Friday special at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. On Fridays, get a liver or gizzard or liver and gizzard dinner for only $4.59, $3.99 after 4 o'clock. Only at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Save big at Premier Auto, an 02 Hyundai Sonata, only $37.50. An 07 Pontiac G5, only $39.50. And an 09 Buick LaCrosse, just $99.50. An 06 Rhino, only 1,200 miles, just $69.50. And 100 miles per gallon, no driver's license, and no insurance needed. New scooters cut $500 to just $9.95 at Premier Auto in Paintsville.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
Sagersville National lets you go mobile with their new banking app. That's right, you can view your account and balance, transfer money, pay bills, and yes, deposit checks right from your phone from wherever you are. Just download the Sagersville National Bank app on your Android, iPad, iPhone, or other device. Any phone that can connect to the internet has the capability, and you can start saving time and money today with Sagersville National Bank's new mobile app. Wherever you are, we're there for you at Sagersville National Bank. Regardless of where you want to ride, you can be riding on a brand new Kawasaki or Polaris for less at M&M Power Sports in Staffordsville. New Kawasaki's for the dirt, the street, or both, and ATVs and side-by-sides for every stage of enthusiasts to fish, hunt, haul, or play. And with rebates up to $1,300 and financing as low as 3.99%, it's never been easier to ride it, buy it, and start your next adventure at Kentucky's Power Sports Authority since 1964, M&M Power Sports. It's an ages-old battle that rages on. Apple or pumpkin? And now you can decide which pie makes the best blizzard treat. Taste them both for a limited time at your Sagersville DQ, home of the $3 breakfast and the $5 lunch, and where breakfast is served hot Monday through Thursday, 6 till 11, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until noon, and where everything else is served all day, every day. Your Sagersville Dairy Queen. Well, I haven't done this in a while. I'm always forthcoming about my little mess-ups, and today is one of them. One of our top stories for this evening was to be the discussion about the Work Ready Communities meeting that was held earlier today. Denise Thomas, standing there with the Big Sandy ad board, was there to discuss the movement, what it means to become a work-ready community, and how it goes to prepare the county and the city to be enticing for manufacturers or employers who are looking for a workforce, what all it means, and there's a great deal of information of which I have now run out of time for. So with my apologies, I can tell you this much. I hope to have the meeting covered on tomorrow night's program. And our top 2 stories right now, if I don't mess that up, will be coverage of the meeting as well as a trip to the pumpkin patch tomorrow, which I have been waiting for about a week. And we finally got together. We're going to make that happen tomorrow, and I'm excited to bring that to you. So, with my apologies, but stay tuned for both of these headlines and, of course, any other news that we have for you on tomorrow night's program. But we're not ready to go as of yet. We can't do so without a check on your Licking Valley RECC forecast. I'm at exactly 2.00 inches of rainfall for today at the newsroom. Temperatures holding steady around 77. I suspect we'll fall back to a low of 60 tonight. Cloudy skies. Showers are going to start winding down, and actually we had a good little shower right at the start of the show, or maybe a bit before. It wasn't even really on the radar, so to speak, but there are some light showers still out there. We'll have those continue to wind down. Tomorrow the clouds are going to hang tough. We'll see a daytime high of right around 74 degrees. We'll see a dry day, I believe, but as tomorrow night progresses, around 11 o'clock, we start to work in another chance of some showers that will linger on into your early Saturday. I think any showers for the first half of your weekend look to be drying up and pulling out around 2 o'clock Saturday, but after that, we're still going to see mostly cloudy skies and a cool high of only 71 degrees, a low of 55. Sunday, things will dry up and warm up and brighten up. Mostly sunny skies, still fall-like temperatures that we've been able to avoid for some time now. 73 degrees, 55 for your high and your low on Sunday. And Monday, more mostly sunny skies, getting close to the 80s, but not quite there. 77, mostly sunny. That's our next slight chance of some showers and storms. That's Monday. Tuesday, temperatures falling back to closer in the mid-70 range. Still some sunshine above. Glad to report. As of right now, our forecast is calling for dry conditions Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures still holding in the very low 70s, 72, 73 degrees. There might be some more changes on the horizon thereafter, and that will mean some more shower and storm activity to follow. But it's days away, and just really, that's all we're going to talk about it for now. Except to say thank you for being a part of the program. Sorry, cutting it. Looks like 2 or 3 minutes short. We will get to our top story this evening that I didn't make it in time for. That on tomorrow's program we'll get to it, And then we'll have hopefully some wonderful stories and footage and all things to be seen from the pumpkin patch as we wrap up this week on tomorrow night's show. For now, thank you and the frogs for watching. Good night, everybody.